Hi guys, it's Brandy. Welcome back to my channel, and today's video is going to be a garden tour. I recently started a home garden. I just felt like the price of food was just going up so expensive, and I felt like it would be just really important for me to learn how to grow food at home. And so that's what we did. So today I'm going to share that with you. So hope you enjoy the video, and if you did, make sure that you leave this video a thumbs up, and if you want to see more videos, make sure that you click the subscribe button. Let's get started. All right, so first I'm going to show you the lemon tree. And this lemon tree actually did very well this year. It actually produced the most fruit that it ever has, and I've already pulled off quite a few lemons, made some lemonade. See how good the lemons look, and there are some new ones growing. And the tree was actually so heavy this year that it actually broke a branch right here, so you can see where that piece is missing. So now I want to show you guys, this is my orange tree. So we've had this tree for a number of years, and it just never produced fruit. I think for a couple of reasons. It doesn't get enough water in this location, and it just gets full sun all day, so I definitely think that it needs more water. But I also realized that I had not been fertilizing my tree. And so I am going to insert a picture to show you how many blossoms this orange tree did get this year. Unfortunately, they all did fall off, but I know for next year, I'm going to build a tree well underneath here. All right, so this orange tree here, it is a dwarf orange tree. And if you can look down here underneath, it's pretty dry, although it did get water last night, but it dries out halfway through the day. This tree is doing well. I did cut off a few of the dead branches, and so I'm going to give it a little bit more TLC next year. And you can see my vines are actually growing. I do have some grapevines right next to it. Since we're here next to the vines, I'm going to go ahead and show you the vines. A couple months ago, built this DIY vine trellis. They're about 20 years old, and they've never been trained. So this year I did my best to cut back quite a bit. I think I left a lot. You can see already they are starting to produce. Excited about that. I need to complete this. I haven't finished this DIY vine trellis yet, but one day I will complete this project. This is my first year actually training this one. Right here, this is the new canes that are starting to grow, and I'm trying to train them up so that way when the trunk gets older, it will be able to keep itself upright. So that is actually just the first year's growth for that vine, but I want to show you some cuttings that I am starting, and they actually started to take root already. So these here, these are going to, well, these are Cabernet Sauvignon cuttings. And so I have 3 cuttings here. I just added some root stimulating hormone on there. You can see right here, a little tiny cluster was starting to form. I don't think it's going to take this year. So I'm going to let it get a little bit older before I transplant them into their own container. Right, so I want to show you guys my apples, which are looking good. I can't remember the type of apples, but there are so many growing on here this year. And the apples are just much bigger. You can see there's some apples back there. So yeah, just really excited about this apple tree. Okay, on this side I have another lemon tree. This one is actually in a container, and I've had this tree over 10 years and it's never produced fruit or any flowers or anything. This year, because I did fertilize, it actually started producing flowers, which I was really hopeful that they would turn to lemons, and they did. Now, I'm going to show you the tree. So this is a lemon tree, and anytime you grow a tree like this in containers, it's going to be very hard because they do require a lot of water. So I recently added a few more inches of potting soil, and I'm really so happy about these lemons here, although they are extremely small, like very small. But you know what? It's producing fruit. So I'm super excited about it. All right, so the next tree, well, it's not a tree yet, actually, but I know very soon it will be a tree. It will be a tree. Ooh, it's actually very heavy. So this is actually an avocado. I decided that avocados are so expensive right now. What I decided to do, I'm going to grow an avocado tree. So this here is the beginning of what is going to be an avocado plant. I'm sorry, tree. So it takes about 5 months for me to really see some true results. So I'm gonna stick with it, and very soon be able to see the fruits of my labor. I'm just keeping it here, full sun, and I'm gonna watch that thing grow. All right, so over here, these are carrots. And so for these carrots, they were just growing really small. I didn't incorporate the fertilizer that had phosphorus, which would have made them very much larger for the carrots. I had a lot of nitrogen, which produced a lot of green, beautiful foliage. But let me show you what the carrots look like underneath. They're still growing. I'm gonna leave them in here a little longer just so they can get bigger, and then I'm actually gonna start some new ones, but I wanna show you what they look like now. This is where I'm growing some carrots. You can see a lot of the foliage is dying away, which lets me know that these carrots, they are ready. I just want them to get bigger. So I just pulled out some of these carrots, and you can see how they are growing. You can see there's some smaller ones in here and some larger ones too. Let me go rinse these off. So you can see how a couple of the carrots are looking right now, and I think they're looking really good. All right, so now I want to show you guys some kale that I'm growing. So this is the kale that I'm growing. I do have some netting over here because what happened was when I did not have this protected, somehow, I don't know exactly how, they became infested with aphids last time. And the aphids were so hard to get rid of. And then, you won't believe it, grasshopper came and ate all of the leaves. So now I keep it protected with some netting. All right, so next up on the list is celery. This is my celery plants. I have 2 different pots here. I am keeping them underneath this netting just to keep them protected. There was something, so you can see like right here, that has tried to eat the leaves, and so that's why I decided to just go ahead and keep them protected. So very soon I'm going to do something that's called blanching, which is when I just take them and put them all together like this and wrap like a cardboard around them, so that way they can turn into that celery stalk that we are familiar with. They will get lighter in color, and they will also get thicker. All right, so next up on the list, we have some beets. Give me a beet. Just kidding. Okay, I'm gonna show you these beets. These beets, I planted the seeds in February. It is June now, and so you can really see that they are starting to get bigger. So let me show them to you. You can see that it has nice, beautiful foliage. See the beetroot here. So proud of these. The other ones that I did before, which were actually in this pot, did not do well at all. And I think that it was mainly because of the soil. That soil had a lot of wood chips in there, and so I think it produced like some fungus, and it just didn't do well. But you can see how these beets are doing. A nice looking beet in there. Right, last but not least, we have a potato plant. This one should be ready any moment, and then I have another one over here that I just planted last week. So let me show them to you. All right, so this is my potato plant, and I put actually 2 seed potatoes in here. This plant should actually be ready to harvest pretty soon. And this potato plant was ready for harvesting. It's as simple as flipping over that container, digging them out of the soil, cleaning them off, and you are ready for some potatoes. Overall, we got about 3.5 pounds out of 2 seed potatoes. So you can see the start of the foliage that is starting to come through. I just planted this potato on 5/27, and today I believe is June 3rd. All right, so that was my home garden tour. I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, drop a comment down below. What is your favorite fruit or vegetable? So thank you guys so much for watching today's video. I love you, and I will see you next time. Bye.